right, so I'm glad to be a part of the environment is everyone's business rally. I'm thankful that everyone stayed around to hear me speak. I've been excited just sitting back and watching how passionate you guys are about environmental justice issues. And I'm up here. I want to shout out my youth organizer Abe for coming up here and speaking. So, what will environmental justice look like in Rhode Island? I say that it's gonna be very, very youth based, all right? Because our generation, we're starting to there's an awakening of a consciousness that's starting to happen. That's great. That I'm excited about. Now we need to take the lessons from the past generations and from past environmental justice movements and keep those moving forward. All right, some things like guerrilla gardening, which is we're not waiting for the government to approve the land. We're not waiting for any governing body. We're just taking the land, turning it over, and making it accessible to the people who are most vulnerable. Seed bombing, which is basically it's not a real bomb, but it's dirt and seeds and you're gonna you throw them, and hopefully wherever they land, something good sprouts. All right, we have to remind our politicians that environmental justice isn't a bipartisan issue. It's been framed as mostly a white liberal democratic issue, and it's not that. The Republicans are breathing the same air we're breathing. No, the libertarians are breathing the same air we're breathing. The Tea Party is breathing the same air we're breathing. But since the movement has been so marketed as left wing, that they have a problem with their political. They have a problem with their political. The political beliefs are getting in the way of doing actual work. Excuse me. Thank you. And we also have to make sure that green business doesn't reproduce systems of oppression. All right. We want to create jobs. We want to create infrastructure, but we also have to make sure that the people who we're creating this for have a thank you have a say in how this system is being built. And we also have to think of we want to start green businesses, but if they operate under the capitalist model, it's just a capitalist business with the green shirt and a raised fist, and that's not what we're about. We want real change. We want systemic change. We want root change. Sorry, I'm going off my phone. And also we have to get creative about how we speak out about this. You know, our government doesn't listen unless we get angry. You know, so. And I understand that everyone has a little different political view or different ways of going about things, but we have to realize that each of these tactics helps push along the conversation anyway. We have our more radical friends. Sometimes the radical stuff works, sometimes it doesn't. All right, we have to learn how to not undercut those people and how to not throw those people under the bus. And also, we have to. There's only so much donating money, how many calls you can make before we actually have to get out there and stick our hands in the mud alongside the people we want to help. All right, because we can collect all the donations, but those corporations can match us dollar for dollar, all right, but they can't match us body for body, all right. They're sending when those corporations want to send somebody to speak to a legislator, they send one person. They send a representative of the entire company. When our community comes out and speaks against something that affects us, the entire community comes out. Everybody who's invested, who's affected, has to come out. All right. And if you want healthy lunch in your kids' schools, you might not. Talking to a politician is good, but you might have to organize a lunch making crew on your block. You know, if you want safer streets, you might have to organize, you know, a night watch, walk around the neighborhood, making sure people know your face. All right, we have to put boots in the mud. All right, that's what we have to do. And I want to close this out with like a flourish, but I don't. There's so much stuff that that's going around. But one thing to keep in mind that when you go into these communities, some people operate from positions of privilege, and knowing when to step back and let people who have already been doing the work do the work, and just getting behind those people is really important. I compare it to, you know, watching somebody learn how to ride a bike. You know, you wanna give as much input as you can, but sometimes you just have to let that person fall a few times, scrape their knees, in order to pick their own selves up and be at a place where you two can go on, you know, bike rides on the Women's Kentucky Bike Trail. Thank you guys for having me.